Lee Noble, and it regularly wins comparos and handling tests in British car magazines. But it doesn't pass our safety or emission regulations, so 1G Racing found a way around that. Customers buy it in two parts, the car and the drivetrain, and then you have it assembled in the US. So that way it's considered a kit car and can be licensed for American roads. The chassis half of the equation is a square steel tube space frame with fiberglass bodywork and a huge adjustable rear wing. The engine part is a twin turbocharged 3-liter Ford V6 that puts out 360 horses through a Getrag 6-speed manual. 0 to 60 is an outrageous 3.3 seconds. And the key to this is the M12's power-to-weight ratio. It weighs only 2,457 pounds, so turbo lag isn't an issue. But there is quite a kick when you pass 3,000 RPM. Suspension is unequal length control arms all around, and the handling stays neutral at almost any speed.
It feels like Noble's given the suspension enough travel and resilience to kind of soak up the bumps, and it cushions things. You don't hear any of the impacts coming through the chassis, which you typically do on kind of small volume sports cars like this.
Braking is supplied by 4-piston AP Racing calipers squeezing 13-inch vented discs. Now, like most supercars, the cockpit's a little intimate, and there's no trunk. But there is a surprising amount of legroom for those over 6 feet. There's a racing harness, regular seatbelts, and a roll cage, but outside of that, there's no safety gear like anti-lock brakes, traction control, or airbags. The tab for all the parts and assembly works out to about, well, 80 grand. And we think that's damn cheap for the level of performance and handling that you get. But remember, since it doesn't conform to any crash or emission standards, it's not really fair to compare the M12 against a regular production car. But that still doesn't take away from its performance.
Now, I hate to admit it, but the Limeys might be right. This is a fantastic car. It's really got a lot of power, it doesn't weigh a lot, and the handling is fantastic. It feels like a real car, not like a kid car.